Some disappearances happen in silence, others leave behind a trail of questions. But few are as haunting and unresolved as the story of Kyron Horman, a 7-year-old boy who vanished from his school in broad daylight and was never seen again. This is the true story of Kyron Horman. Kyron Richard Horman was born on September 9, 2002 in Portland, Oregon. He was a happy, curious child with light brown hair, glasses, and a gentle smile. He was fascinated by science, insects, tree frogs, and anything that sparked wonder. He loved drawing, asking questions, and sharing facts with anyone who would listen. His parents, Kyron Horman and Desiree Young, divorced while Kyron was still an infant. Desiree was diagnosed with a severe kidney condition during pregnancy, and shortly after Kyron's birth, the strain on their relationship grew. Kyron was awarded primary custody, and Desiree moved several hours away, remaining an active and loving presence in Kyron's life. By 2010, Kyron was remarried to Terry Moulton Horman, Kyron's stepmother, who had taken on much of the parenting during weekdays. Terry was a former substitute teacher with a background in education. To outsiders, the family seemed stable. School routines, family photos, and summer plans. Kyron attended Skyline Elementary, a small school in the wooded hills of northwest Portland. On June 4, 2010, the school held its annual science fair. Students were encouraged to create exhibits and show them off to classmates and parents. That morning, Terry drove Kyron to school. She took a photo of him proudly standing in front of his red-eyed tree frog display. Kyron wore a black CSI t-shirt with the words "Crime Scene Investigator." He looked excited, focused, completely unaware of what was coming. Terry said they walked around the school halls looking at other projects. Then, around 8:45 a.m., she watched Kyron walk toward his classroom and left. But Kyron never made it to class. He was marked absent that day, but because of the chaotic nature of the event, with parents and students coming and going, no one noticed anything was wrong. Terry ran errands afterward. Surveillance footage and receipts show she was at a Fred Meyer grocery store and a local gym. She returned home by mid-morning. At 3:30 p.m., when the school bus arrived and Kyron wasn't on it, Terry called the school. The secretary told her Kyron had been marked absent all day. Terry was stunned. She called Kyron. They both rushed to the school. Within hours, they reported Kyron missing. That evening, a massive search began. Multnomah County Sheriff's Office deployed deputies, K-9 units, ATVs, boats, and helicopters. Dozens of volunteers combed the dense forest surrounding the school. It was the largest search effort in Oregon's history at that time. Over the next days, the search area expanded rapidly. Rivers, drainage areas, back roads, private properties. Local, state, and federal agencies joined in. More than 1,300 tips were received in the first week, but no sign of Kyron. His jacket, backpack, and lunch were also gone. There were no signs of a struggle. No security footage of him leaving the building. No credible witness saw him after 8:45 a.m. Soon, attention turned toward Terry Horman. Investigators learned she had exchanged a high number of texts that morning and during the day. far more than usual. They also uncovered a strange report. Months before Kyron's disappearance, Terry had allegedly asked a family friend, a landscaper, if he would kill her husband, Caney. That man, later identified as Rodolfo Rudy Sanchez, went to police and wore a wire. Terry was never recorded making any admissions. Still, it was enough for Caney to move out and file a restraining order. Terry failed 2 polygraph tests. She stopped cooperating with police. She hired a defense attorney. She told reporters she was being framed. Caney, meanwhile, claimed that Terry had become increasingly distant and manipulative. He said their marriage had been under strain, but he never imagined she could be connected to Kyron's disappearance. Desiree, Kyron's biological mother, went public. She said she believed Kyron was taken, and that Terry knew what happened. She begged the public for help. She never stopped pushing investigators for updates. The case gripped Oregon, and soon the nation. TV crews set up outside the family's home. Reporters asked questions the police wouldn't answer. Why was there no Amber Alert? Why didn't anyone at the school notice he was missing? Critics said the school had no sign-in protocols. The science fair had been chaotic. Visitors weren't tracked. Teachers didn't take attendance until after classes started. The window of opportunity for something to happen was wide. Investigators received thousands of tips over the next months. There were reports of sightings in Washington, California, even Mexico. None led anywhere. Then, in August 2010, investigators served search warrants for Terry's phone records, emails, and computers. They seized the family's vehicles. Cadaver dogs were brought in. One of them reportedly alerted to the scent of human remains in the back of Terry's truck. But that evidence was never confirmed or released officially. Still, no arrest, no charges, just rumors, headlines, and theories. The grand jury investigation stretched on for years. In 2013, Terry changed her name to Trina O'Neill. She moved to California, then to Nevada. She remarried and later divorced again. Caney and Desiree kept Kyron's face in the public eye. They held candlelight vigils. They created a non-profit. They put up billboards across the region. Each year on Kyron's birthday, they renewed their plea. If you know something, say something. Over the years, new investigators took over the case. In 2020, a podcast called The Missing aired a multi-part series on Kyron's case. It revealed previously undisclosed details, like inconsistencies in Terry's timeline and questions about cell tower pings. By 2022, the case remained open, but cold. Law enforcement has not cleared anyone, nor named a suspect. They maintain that the investigation is active, though little new information has emerged. In the absence of answers, theories multiplied. Some believe Kyron wandered off into the woods and got lost. Others think he was taken by someone he knew and trusted. Some blame poor school security and missed warning signs. Others say the investigation was too narrow, focused too tightly on Terry and not wide enough. But to date, no one has been arrested. Kyron's body has never been found, and his family still waits. Kyron would be over 21 years old today. His smiling photo, the one taken that morning at the science fair, remains on posters, a reminder of how a normal day turned into a nightmare. What happened to Kyron? Who saw him last? And how could a 7-year-old simply vanish without a trace in a building full of people? Some believe the truth lies in silence, that someone still knows something. Kyron's parents remain divided but united in one mission: to never stop searching, to never forget. What do you believe happened to Kyron Horman? Was it a carefully planned crime or a tragic missed chance? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy true mysteries like this one, subscribe for more, because sometimes the most chilling stories are the ones that really happened.